LadyStrong Fitness.
All right, ladies, so I wanted to talk to you all a little bit today about the importance of the warm-up and the cool-down before and after your workouts. So I feel like we kind of talk about this, or I may have talked about this before on a previous podcast, but I do want to reiterate some of those points that I made previously or on other episodes because of how important it is. So, in the studio, right, we spend about anywhere from 5 to 6, 7 minutes warming up before we work out. And that is so important for many reasons, okay? And I'm going to go through them all. So before I go through them all, I do want to stress how important it is for you guys to be on time to class. I understand we run into things like traffic or unexpected things pop up and we might be running a few minutes late, which always understood. But I think that we should make it more of a habit to be on time or even early for our workouts. Number one, as the coach is talking about the workouts, she gives a lot of details about what to do, okay, for the workout, for each exercise, what not to do, possibly for exercise that could help prevent injury, and then go through everything that you may need. That way we're not kind of running around sporadically before we get there and trying to set everything up, okay, because you also want to be in the right mindset when you go into your workout. So, first and foremost, it's super important to be early, on time, so you have everything ready, your mindset's ready, you're set up, you have all your equipment, and you're ready to roll, okay? So let's talk about why the warm-up is so important, because I feel like sometimes it's really easy to just go through the motions and just do the warm-up because you have to do the warm-up. Let me tell you why that warm-up is so important and how we program it at the studio, because every exercise and every movement that we do in our warm-up is meant to is there for a purpose, okay? Everything that we do, every workout, every exercise, every move is set in place for a purpose, and it is there. It's not just all thrown together sporadically. There's a lot of thought and a lot of science and everything that goes behind it, okay? So some obvious things, right? Your warm-up will increase your body temperature, okay? So it is heating up your body. It's making your muscles more pliable, ready to move when you get working out. So it's going to raise your body temperature, okay? Raise your heart rate, which will prevent a shock in your body. If you were to just start doing some intensive exercise or start heavy lifting, that will just shock your system, and that's not what you want. You want to gradually ease your body into your warm up, and your muscles get moving slowly and then progress quick. That way, we also prevent injury, right? If we were to just start doing like a super intense plyometric jump or like a box jump or a very heavy lift, our body's just not ready. So we don't want to shock the system like that, okay? Also, it activates our neuromuscular and cardiovascular system, okay? So again, increasing our heart rate gradually instead of all at once, okay? Also, it increases endorphins, so that's another awesome thing, and it gets your mindset in the right place to work out. So as you're warming up, I want you to be thinking about the muscles that you're using during a specific exercise, or if the case may be, in order to activate those muscles and get them ready, okay? So a couple other things. I talked about preventing injury. Again, we warm up all the muscles in our body so that nothing is shocked. We don't pull a muscle, because that happens when muscles aren't fully moved through their range of motion slowly instead of increasing the intensity, right? So when you're doing your warm up, you want to take it slow first and foremost, and you don't want to do too much weight or anything like that in a warm up. So go nice and slow, and then gradually increase the intensity as you move through it, okay? A couple other things. It improves oxygen efficiency, okay? So as we're working out, our muscles need oxygen to continue to perform during our workouts. So for example, if we were to, again, just hop into something, our body will naturally send all of our oxygen to one place instead of efficiency and gradually. So that's another great thing to say. I will say I did do some research, obviously, on this topic, and it's been something that I've always talked about and I've always wanted to learn about because it is very important. So I did see a study that said over 30% of injuries, okay, are skeletal muscle injuries, okay? So that means it just really came from probably a poor warm-up or not warming up at all or not long enough. A good warm-up should be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, and that's right where we lie at the studio, okay? That's scientific based. That's the amount of time it takes for your body to increase blood flow, heart rate, and body temperature to do all those functions in your body to properly be warmed up and ready to go, okay? So again, all super, super important things. Now, let's talk about the cool down, okay? So I know it can seem kind of monotonous at times or kind of tedious or just plain boring. And so we run out of the gym, or you're in a rush, you have somewhere to be. I understand sometimes that's the case, okay? But if we spend no more than 3 to 5 minutes doing a cool down, let me tell you a few reasons why you should never skip a cool down anymore. You should always, always, always stick around and stretch, just doing the couple of simple moves that we do, because I'm going to tell you why they're so important. Number one, obviously, it helps alleviate soreness and stiffness of the muscles, not only the day of, but days following, okay? So it's going to help with that. Right off the bat, we know that stretching helps soreness. You guys know that. So that's number one. And I know a lot of my ladies in the studio have been kind of sore the past couple weeks. So again, let's do anything if it takes 3 minutes after your workout to prevent a little bit of that. Right? Let's do it. Okay. Second thing. And this kind of goes back to a similar to concept in the warm-up. It helps our heart rate return back to its normal state gradually and not suddenly, okay? So we don't want to just see an automatic drop in our heart rate. We want it to kind of slowly take itself down, returning back to normal, okay? That's always how we want it to be. We don't want to, again, like I said, shock the system. Take it gradually. Let's take care of ourselves, our body, our all of the organs, all the muscles that do all of our hard work for us. Let's take care of them, okay? And then the next thing is that it's going to help prevent lightheadedness or feeling dizzy after your workouts. If you ever feel that way, one of the reasons why that's happening in your body is because your blood is pooling at your muscles. Okay, so when you work out, your blood goes to your muscles, okay, for oxygen, for function, for things like that, all the things that I mentioned in your warm-up. So a lot of the blood is pulled up. That's why maybe you feel extra tight after a workout, or you can flex real big, or you just feel good. That's all the blood in your muscles. Now, they will pool there. And then if you don't do a cool down, like move your body around, like you are doing a high intensity workout at the studio, you're breathing heavy, you're working so hard, and then you just take off and you go, okay? All that blood, because you didn't cool down, you didn't do any stretches, you didn't focus on any areas, it's all going to go to our lower extremities, okay? And that's what makes you feel dizzy, because the blood is going away from your heart and your head. It's going down low, and that's where we get that lightheaded feeling, okay? So that's why we do things in our warm-up like down dogs and thread the needle stretch and like a child's pose. We want to like continue to get the muscles and the blood moving around to send oxygen and all that good stuff, nutrients and that stuff back to your muscles, okay? So the next time you're in the studio, I want you guys to remember these things. The workout, the warm-up and the cool-down is only going to enhance your workout. It's going to make it 10 times better. The warm-up, obviously, because it's before your workout and you're activating all the muscles, you're getting your body ready. And then the cool-down, because you're stretching, you're going to be less sore and you're going to be that much better off for your workout the next day, okay? So I promise they do seem maybe mundane or boring or, repetitive at times, but there is a real good reason to do it. Not just because coach says so, but because it is science based, and it's going to make your performance in the gym much better. Okay. I promise your bodies in 10, 15 years from now will thank you if you just take those 5 to 10, 15 extra minutes at the beginning or the end of your workout to warm up and cool down. Your bodies will thank you so much, and you're not going to be coming to the gym or seeing me 5, 10 years from now and being like, why does my entire body hurt? Why do I have all these injuries? I've been dealing with back pain, knee pain for the past 5 years whenever I work out, whenever I train, or just in general, just in life things. It could be just as simple as doing a proper warm-up and cool down. So if that's all it takes, 5-10 minutes before and after your workout, it will do you so many favors moving forward. Okay. So all I ask, all the coaches ask, we want you to be on time, ready to warm up, because in these cold summer months, your bodies are coming in cold and stiff, and it's going to take a little extra time even probably to get your body fully warmed up. I know you guys are coming in out of the cold sometimes, shaking, shivering. You guys are so cold. It's going to take maybe an extra minute or two to raise your heart rate, internal heat. So make sure you're on time. Make sure that you're there ready to listen to what the coach has to say. They'll give you lots of tips on how to prevent injury, to properly do an exercise, where you should be feeling it, all those things, and then go through a full warm-up. So get there on time, go through your warm-up, think about it, be proactive, and be mindful of all the things that you're doing in your warm-up and why they might be important. And then same thing with the cool down. Stick around, do the cool down. I promise it's going to make you feel better the next day and moving forward. So that is all I have for you ladies today. I appreciate you tuning in if you did and you stuck around. This is all good, helpful information to have. If you ever have any questions or anything like that, ask me. You can drop in the comments below. Ask any of the coaches. They'd be more than happy to help and answer your questions. And that'll be it. Make sure to warm up and cool down your next workout. Ladies, and I will see you in the studio very soon. Bye.